Reece, good to catch up. The season so far, what have you made of it?
Yeah, I think it's been good so far. You know, we good win against Leamington the other day in difficult circumstances with them getting a late equaliser and us getting a last minute winner, which shows a great mentality from the group. I think on the whole it's been positive. You know, we're a fairly new group, so we still need time for things to gel, but overall good.
I know you've had pre-season with the gaffer, but obviously it's presumably different to last season. What do you think Adam Murray's brought to it?
Yeah, look, it's a different style of play from last year, but I think all the lads have brought into it fairly early doors. Obviously, having 7 weeks on the training pitch with gaffer, I think everyone's brought into it. And look, like I say, I just think relationships and it takes time, you know, players gelling together. But I think as you can see out there is a lot of positives to take from the performances so far.
And your own personal season so far, are you happy how it's going?
Yeah, of course. You know, I think you always set yourself personal goals throughout the season, but the main thing is helping the team. You know, I think we've got high standards as a group from the gaffer and the lads in the changing room. But yeah, obviously pleasing to get off the mark first game of the season and contribute to a few other goals. But like I said, on the whole, it's more the team's performance.
The gaffer added to the squad just before the bank holiday weekend, of course. Kai Innocent coming in.
Yeah.
What do you think he can bring to it?
Yeah, you know, Kai was with gaffer last year, so they've got a good relationship. Obviously used to the style of play. So yeah, I think with Kai it's a great addition, and it's slotted in nicely.
You mentioned the style of play has changed a bit generally, not just down your side, so to speak. But in what way has it changed? Can you outline for those perhaps who don't watch Harriers that often?
I just think it's a really high intensity, which I think we've got the group, you know, it suits us. High intensity, front foot, you know, want to dominate possession a lot of the times. So yeah, I think that compared to last year, that's the main changes.
I suppose the big difficulty with that high intensity is maintaining it for 90 minutes because obviously if you're playing full throttle, that's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But you know, I think overall everyone had a really good pre-season. Everyone came back in good shape, you know. So I think the fitness and everything in the team is really good. And like you said, as a high intensity group, we have to be fit, and I feel everyone is.
Of course, they've got all the data and all the stats now, so there's no hiding, is there, for anybody?
No, there's not at all. So if you're not reaching them stats, you'll get a quiet word.
And I know you're only 5 games in, so obviously you haven't seen all the clubs in the league this time yet, but looking in from the outside, it does look as if the league might be even stronger than it was last year.
Yeah, maybe. You know, you've had a few come down who are strong contenders. We played Fylde on when was it? Saturday. You know, I felt like we were excellent in that game at the start, and then obviously we conceded a few sloppy goals. But you know, we are working hard as a team. We're trying our best. I think overall the league is. I think if you've played in it or you've been a fan, you kind of know what's coming for certain games. So we're kind of just focusing on the next game that comes, not thinking too much about the opposition, more focused on ourselves.
Yeah, I just thought overall, I mean, last season, for example, it's a completely unscientific approach from me, but I looked at the league and thought, well, Needham Market might well struggle this time, and so it came to pass. Yeah. But like Macclesfield will come up this time, well, they're not going to struggle a lot, I would think.
Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't played them or you know, whatever, but I think every game in this league's difficult. I think being at a club like Kidderminster, everyone wants to beat you. When they come to Agborough as well, they want to put on a show or make it ugly. So we've got to deal with that and hopefully get it over the line.
I suppose the big challenge, or one of the big challenges at the start of this season, was to banish the memories of the last game of last season, really, because if we're being honest, it was Harriers to lose, wasn't it? And sadly they did lose it, so you had to get over that one.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's obviously tough to take. All of us were gutted, but we did have the playoff game after that, obviously, which we didn't come out on top. But yeah, obviously it's tough to take as a player and for the fans because it's what you work towards, essentially. But I think, like you say, new season, you've got to clear your mind and reset and go again.
And are you confident Harriers can challenge this season? I'm not going to ask you if you think you win the league. Maybe you do think you win the league, but are you confident you can be up there and challenging? Yeah,
of course. I feel like you have to be. You have to be confident and set yourself high goals at a club like this. And believe as a group, as an individual, that you can get there and obviously get promotion.
And last points, obviously a couple of away trips coming up now. There's Curzon Ashton at the weekend, then the nice little Tuesday night trip to Kings Lynn. So it's a tough old schedule.
Yeah, it is. Look, we train hard on the training pitch and we rest, you know. We rest when we need to rest. Obviously with the back-to-back away games, it is hard, but as footballers you know how you need to recover and prepare for the upcoming games.
Thanks for your time, appreciate it.
Thank you very much, cheers.
And just a final point on yourself, because I remember when you came in last year, it was a time in your career that you I wouldn't say perhaps you needed to feel a bit of love, but you needed somewhere where you felt you could settle after a difficult time coming into the club, if you like. Do you feel now, probably just over a year on, that you're somewhere where you're quite happy playing your football and quite settled?
Yeah, of course. Like, for those who know my footballing background, I came off the 2-year injury. You know, I was out of the game. It was difficult, and like you said, I came in last season and kind of got my chance when I was in the team, and just found my love for football again. So yeah, I think as long as you're doing the right things on and off the pitch and feeling confident and happy, then yeah, you're happy as an individual.